Now, for those of us who are anchored in faith, because you mentioned that you are a praying woman, you mentioned that you're a Christian and you have a high level of faith.
Hmm.
What does it look like to actively trust, but while still taking practical, informed steps forward? And I know you touched on it a little bit earlier, but I just kind of want you to circle back around for the viewers and the listeners again that may be struggling in that area, because when you get that news that you weren't expecting, that life jacked moment, it's hard. Like you said, it's hard to have faith in that moment.
Hmm.
But it's important that you do have it. So how do you actively trust but still be practical?
Years ago, I learned that for some reason we believed that bad things shouldn't happen to good people, and that's not true. The thing is a faith that can't be tested can't be trusted. And so when things like bad things happen, if I can easily say I'm a person of faith, and when everything is good, but are you still a person of faith when things aren't going as you plan? So we constantly pray and say his will be done. Well, if his will is done and you don't agree with it, you can't say that you're not a person of faith, that that's not what you choose to do. So I do know that these with this comes those challenges and tests of my faith. But I'm not saying that God is playing with me that way, but I know he's using me for something greater. And I believe that because every hard thing that I've ever overcome, there has been something so beautiful on the other side of it every single time without fail. So,
Yeah.
if you try to live life perfect, you try to do, you don't want to do anything. Nobody escapes life without hurt or pain.
Mm,
And if you get to a place where you think that you're exempt, then you're no longer walking in a person of faith. You're just avoiding reality because it doesn't say that no weapons won't form. It says no weapons will prosper. That's
mm,
what the Bible
mm.
says. And we can't take
Yes.
the parts that are convenient for us or like, I've been a good person and I do this.
Yeah.
Okay, and all of that is beautiful as you should, but you could still continue doing those things even in the hard times. That's where the glory comes from. Not when it's easy. It's easy to praise when it's easy. It's
Yeah.
hard when you're going through things. So if you can show that resilience, so you can show that faith, you can show all of those things in all seasons,